In the Philippines, Zamboanga, the political unrest that broke out in September 2013 has left 120,000 residents homeless. 5 months has passed since the riots, and city volunteers recently returned to the area, owing to find out that there are still 40,000 refugees living in temporary shelters. Not wanting the children living in the camps to suffer from hunger, the volunteers quickly mobilized to deliver food to those in need.
The village of Rio Hondo is located to the south of Zamboanga city, with residents primarily of the Islamic faith. During the political unrest of September 2013, countless houses were destroyed here.
So that's why they're in the evacuation area. You see them in schools, you see them in the biggest grandstand we have, and you see them along the road because they have nowhere to go.
The area along the coast and the city's sports field are currently home to some 40,000 refugees, and that doesn't include local schools, which are served as shelters too.
We also have...
After the civil unrest broke out, 32 schools were turned into temporary shelters.
Talong Talong Elementary School was closest to Ground Zero. As the riots broke out, the school became the first center to shelter survivors.
There are already more than 60 people that have died from September to this time because of dengue, because of the conditions in the evacuation centers.
The crowded spaces and poor sanitation mean that living conditions in the camps are simply inadequate.
Sini baby. May buwan separate? Ano pang?
Months there.
Months na? Ilan months?
Medina and her children live in this small space, been born prematurely and suffering malnutrition. 2-year-old Jumi still hasn't yet learned to walk, while Nukisa, the youngest daughter, is now 5 months old.
The space we have in the evacuation center is tiny, it's uncomfortable, and we don't have enough food to eat. She said this child she made sugar water for her kid because she cannot afford baby formula.
Empathizing with the children of Zamboanga, city volunteers immediately prepare nutritious supplements.
This is rice and mongo and malunggay leaf. This is very high protein, high calorie, and high in vitamins. Normally we give this to children who are malnourished.
Thanks to the volunteers' timely assistance, children in the refugee center finally have an opportunity to have their basic needs met. With smiles now on the children's face, volunteers can rest easy knowing that their hard work has been worthwhile. As the children's food issue is sorted out, next city volunteers will pay their attention on the youngsters' education. In our next report, we take you to Talong Talong Elementary School to meet a brother and sister pair who strive to continue on with their studies despite the harsh environment they inhabit.